So both sides are unchanged for the start of the second half as Footscray get us underway. They're kicking now from left to right. So Warren Spink. Be interesting to see if either side has made any tactical change. Now Tapai. Still Ernie Tapai, lifting that one forward. The offside flag up against Warren Spink. Warren Spink, such a deadly striker, but seeming to be operating this afternoon as a midfield player. A player who really can cause trouble whenever he gets forward. That time, though, just caught fractionally offside. So Bojanovski. Luic this time beating the offside trap. Luic with the cross. And Tobin there conceding the corner. Adelaide City there were nearly caught. They stopped and Luic carried on and the flag stayed down. Eventually it was Alex Tobin who could clear it for a corner. So a corner in the first 90 seconds of the second half. Now Stosic. In that one across, Vukcevic. Shot charge down by Villani. Away for another corner. But Adelaide City there living dangerously. So Ernie Tapai again trots across to take the corner. The chance there came to Vukcevic, who was quickly closed down by Charlie Villani. So good pressure from Footscray in the opening couple of minutes of this second half. Away this time by Bugsy Nyskohus. Now Vukcevic, who'd stayed forward. Stosic. Stosic laying this one back. Curovic with the shot. And what a goal from Curovic! Suleiman Curovic breaks the deadlock. 2 minutes into the second half. With a goal out of absolutely nothing. Suleiman Curovic has never scored a goal in the NSL. And what a way to open up your account. That was a screamer from 50 yards. And 2 minutes gone in the second half. Footscray 1, Adelaide City 0. Curovic the scorer. Today playing his 106th match. And up until today he had never scored. But what a goal to break your deadlock. Now Vidmar. Vidmar there, his legs hooked from him by Bojanovski. And that could be just the goal that this game needs to bring it to life. Adelaide City now know they've got to come forward. They've got a free kick to be taken by Santrac. Now Mullen trying to turn. Curovic this time back helping his defence. Now Stosic. Forward now for Luic. Placed there by Shillabeer. Velic. Now Tapai. Tapai finding Spink on that far side. Now Stosic. Still Stosic. Wriggle his way through. Now Curovic again. This time trying to play it forward delicately. Away this time by Melta. And now Charlie Villani. Away there from Carrick. Still Villani. Carrick in chase. Villani with the cross. Vukcevic the player in the way. And Curovic with the clearance. Tobin. That one came off a Tapai. Now Stosic. It's there by Melta and Maxwell. Obstructed by Sergio Melta. So free kick 2 Footscray. Signs of frustration, in fact, in some of the faces of the Adelaide City players. They seem to be running to a brick wall, dressed in blue and white. Nyskohus. Now Mullen trying to get a touch on for Maxwell. Sergio Melta going into the back of Bojanovski.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a progress score for you from Sydney. Sydney Olympic 1, St George 1. I'd like to remind you on October 22, here in the Little Craft, the Australian 11 will be playing the Victorian 11. Of course, assist will be made of the earthquake victims of Calabar.
So Vukcevic with the free kick. Needed a touch. In fact, it got a touch from an Adelaide City player. Stosic there and made a good run forward. Long free kick causing the problems. Ball goes out of play, so a corner now. Problems for Willie McNally. Ernie Tapai, the player to take this corner for Footscray. The header against the bar. And over the top from Vukcevic. Vojislav Vukcevic, player who joined Footscray at the start of this season. An experienced player who's played in Belgium and also played for the New York Cosmos. Went so close there, his header hitting the bar and away for a goal kick. Villani. Caught by Curovic. So a free kick this time to Adelaide City. It's all very stop-start at the moment. So Charlie Villani to take this free kick. Flounders has again gone forward at the far post. Villani with the cross. Footscray though had everybody back with the exception of Luic. Now Curovic. Tapai just failing to keep that one in. So Tobin to take the throw. Now Mullen. Carriages the player with him. Still Joe Mullen. Running into trouble. Stopped there by Stosic. This is Tapai. Tapai trying to play that one through for Luic. Shillabeer. Vidmar. Away by Carriage. Now Stosic. Came off a Santrac. So a throw for Footscray. Less now than 20 minutes to go. So Stosic. Tapai. Belic is the player wide. Still Belic. Faced there by Melta. Tapai. Now Spink. Wojnowski. It's really good run forward. Spink comes inside instead, picks out Belic. And only Tapai there. Caught by the challenge from Flounders, and there's another yellow card. So we're up to 6 yellow cards now. Only Tapai cutting in quickly. Flounders mistiming his tackle. Only just catching Ernie Tapai, no damage done. Now Luic. Rolling the ball for Tapai. This time the shot from Ernie Tapai is wide and high. Adelaide City nearly caught there with that quick free kick. Luic there just slides it back. And Tapai picks his spot, but the shooting this time is off target. Adelaide City now preparing to make a substitution, which won't really worry those fans from Footscray. Certainly making their presence felt now at Olympic Park. Villani. Adelaide City now got 2 players forward. This is Charlie Villani cutting this one back. Vidmar with the shot. There's the equaliser. Vidmar. Only his 2nd goal of the season. He scored his 1st one last week. But he brings Adelaide City here back on level terms. 28 minutes into the 2nd half. What the hell's happening? Well, it all started on the far side with Charlie Villani. It was Villani who cut it across. Maxwell and Mullen, in fact, had run forward. But Villani cuts it back, and Vidmar here does so well, keeps the ball down and drives that one in past Nikitovic. 28 minutes gone now in the 2nd half. Footscray 1, Adelaide City 1. Footscray, who looked in command, and the fans were already starting to celebrate. Still tap high, away there from Santrac. Vidmar was the player coming across, recover quickly, and now can play it forward. This is Melta. Maxwell's on this near touchline. This is Stevie Maxwell. Now Charlie Villani's available at the far post. Maxwell with a cross. Now Mullen in fact, and the offside flag is up. And Gary Power goes across now to talk to his linesman. The Adelaide City players are still celebrating, but the goal is cancelled out. The referee there accepts the advice of the linesman, as Joe Mullen was the player who put that into the back of the net. Let's have a look at that again if we can, because that really was a touch and go decision. Where's Joe Mullen? Well, from that you certainly can't tell if anybody's offside. Tim White?
Actually, Mike, the linesman's flag went up. Immediately the ball was crossed from the left-hand side. That was before it came to Mullen, before he put it in the net. And the referee didn't spot it till after the ball had gone in the net. So the linesman flag was up in plenty of time.
But was it up right though, Tim? That's the problem. Now Spink. And it breaks now for Joe Mullen. Still Mullen. Now Villani. Back to Mullen. Mullen there with a shot. Villani, it's charged down. Now Maxwell. And Maxwell scored, and this one will stand. Stevie Maxwell puts Adelaide City ahead. 32 minutes into the second half. Well, Adelaide City there were queuing up to score. It seemed that one of them had to, and eventually it was Steve Maxwell. Steve Maxwell gets his 10th goal of the season. A good build-up again. Charlie Villani tries to play that into the path of Joe Mullen. He's dispossessed. Villani's shot is charged down. It breaks there for Maxwell. Call as you like, slides it past the keeper. 32 minutes gone now in the second half. Footscray 1, Adelaide City 2. And 2 goals in the space of 4 minutes has turned this match around. Now Vidmar. Mullen. Tobin. Now Villani. Still Charlie Villani. Tobin on the overlap. Stopped there by Tom Carriage. Tap high. Tap high there, stopped by Joe Mullen. Footscray now wanting to make a substitution. Ljube Petrovski is the player to come on. It'll be interesting to see who Sekularic takes off. Curovic forward. Vidmar back. So Petrovski, player they signed at the start of this season from Preston, is the player to come on. And the player to go off is Vojislav. So Vojislav doesn't seem to have moved too freely this afternoon. Comes off, and in fact it's going to be a double substitution. Michael Burlak, who's only 18 years old, is also preparing to come on. Barjaktarevic is the player to go off. So Barjaktarevic off. Michael Burlak, the 18-year-old, is the player to come on. Belic. Now Melta. Mullen. And Joe Mullen there was the player being pulled back. So this Joe Mullen impresses Tim. He seems such a lively character, as we saw in the last time the two teams met, but he gets through a lot of work.
He's a tremendous player, is Joe Mullen. He knows how to score goals, but also he's a thorn in anybody's side. And he's a very unselfish player. He does a tremendous amount of running off the ball for his fellow players. And he's certainly the kind of player I'd like to have in my side.
So a free kick for Adelaide City. Villani. Now Vidmar. Tripping over the ball. Petrovski was the player in. Now Stotic. Being pulled back by Sergio Melta. Another yellow card. So yellow card number 7 for Sergio Melta, who I think was caught out there on the turn. Certainly he's not been moving too freely, and he really was cruelly exposed here. Stosic was on his way, and Melta just pulls him back, and that gives us the yellow card number 7 of the afternoon. So Tom Karic now with this free kick. Vukcevic is forward. Tapai there just can't get on the end of it. The ball goes out of play for a corner. But panic stations there in the Adelaide City defence all the way from this free kick. Comes off the head, in fact, of an Adelaide City player, and Tapai there just trying to get a touch. McNally lets it slide under him for a corner. Taken now by Tapai. McNally under tremendous pressure, getting the touch. And now Joe Mullen back helping his defenders. Vukcevic with the overhead kick. And the headed clearance from Vidmar. And now Tobin, and if he could have kept that one in, and if it had gone straight up the field, Maxwell was on his way, completely unmarked, and he couldn't have been offside. He was inside his own half. Pushing that time by Vidmar. So a free kick again to Footscray. Just over 5 minutes left on our watch. Footscray 1, Adelaide City 2. Oh, we've seen some dramatic matches in the last 7 days. You'd be a very brave man to bet that this game would finish up at 2-1, even at this stage with 5 minutes to go. Petrovski. Buelak. Michael Buelak, who made his NSL debut on Wednesday night as a substitute against Brunswick Juventus. Spent all this season playing in the youth team. Just 18 years old, now thrown in as a substitute in the grand final. Stosic. Now Tom Karic. Belic just heading that one down. Vukcevic trying with a shot. And Luic there, feet high against the keeper, and in fact, catching Willie McNally. Slavko Luic, seeing that the ball in fact was loose. Trying to get on the end of this one. Belic there, and then Vukcevic miss-kicking. Luic going for that loose ball, just catching there the fingers of Willie McNally. Willie McNally still getting treatment. Now watch, there's 3.5 minutes left. Footscray fans now silent. There's plenty of celebrations going on the other side with the travelling fans from Adelaide City. So Bugsy Nyskohus with the goal kick. Pushing that time by Belic. Free kick to Adelaide City. Adelaide City, who won the NSL Cup back in 1979, their only honour to date. Finished 3rd in the Southern Division this year, and those travelling fans certainly now in fine voice. With less now than 3 minutes to go. Tapai in there before Vidmar. Still Tapai. Away there from Santrac. Good run this from Ernie Tapai. Still Tapai. And now Slavko Luic. Luic with the shot across the face of goal. Nobody could get a touch, and it goes wide. But a tremendous run there from Ernie Tapai from inside his own half. And the youngster there releasing the ball exactly at the right moment. Luic there slides that one across goal. Tapai kept running, he can't get on the end of it, and the ball finishes up just wide. Good exciting play there from Ernie Tapai. As we come now into the final 2 minutes. Referee Gary Power indicating he'll add time on for time wasting. Now Tapai. Vukcevic. Vukcevic there trying the shot. Nyskohus away, and again. Helped on its way that time by Shillabeer. Petrovski just lifting that one forward. Goalmouth scramble, away this time by Tobin. Now Curovic. Faced there by Maxwell. Throw for Footscray. Stosic. Now Curovic, Belic. Tapai. Tapai trying the shot, charged down by Spink in fact. Falls nicely for Belic, and his shot there through a crowd of players, safely taken by McNally. Vlatko Belic scored 2 goals so far this season. Desperately needs another one right now, and so does his side. Shot there through a crowd of players, safely taken by McNally. Now Mullen. Mullen stop. This is Belic again. Footscray now throwing everybody forward. Caution to the wind. I now watch we're into the final 60 seconds. Melta. Now Bugsy Nyskohus. Vidmar winning that sliding challenge. Spink the player back picking up. Now Tapai. Still Ernie Tapai. And now Maxwell. And now Mullen. And now Villani. Adelaide City now in a 3-on-2 situation. Still Charlie Villani. He's got Maxwell at the far post and Mullen coming in. Nikitovic there was out quickly. And a quick clearance to get the ball forward. As the offside flag catches Stosic in fact. The Adelaide City fans on the far side thought that might have been the final whistle. But Stosic, the player, caught offside. So a free kick for Adelaide City. This is the 4th match between these two sides in the 1986 season. Footscray were hammered back in April down in Adelaide by 7 goals to 1. They got revenge in a league match back in June when they won 1-0 in Melbourne. As Ljube Petrovski, in fact, I think is going to get a yellow card. No, Curovic, in fact, for that challenge. So Curovic, it's the yellow card for that challenge. Free kick to Adelaide City. Of course, the 3rd appearance between these two teams, finished in a 3-2 win for Adelaide City just 2 weeks ago. And now watch now, we've played 60 seconds of stoppage time. Melta with the free kick. Everybody had moved forward, the ball swung out, and it falls now for Ernie Tapai. Are we going to get a dramatic last-minute equaliser to force this game into extra time? Still Tapai. Neville Flounders is the player there for Adelaide City. Now Tobin. Gary Power again checks his watches. Santrac playing that one forward. Nikitovic there, well out of his goal. And now Petrovski. As the final whistle goes, Adelaide City are the Southern Division champions, and their fans invade the field from the far side. Adelaide City, who finished 3rd in the Southern Division, have overcome the odds and are now the Southern Division champions by down in Footscray by 2 goals to 1. They came from behind after an uninspiring first half. Footscray took the lead 2 minutes into the second half by Suleiman Curovic. Surely a goal to remember, but for Footscray, that's all they remember now from this match. Adelaide City came back with 2 goals in 4 minutes. Vidmar, after 28 minutes, brought Adelaide City back on level terms, and Steve Maxwell a goal after 32 minutes. As the Adelaide City players cheered off by their fans. Joyous scenes here at Olympic Park in Melbourne, especially if you're an Adelaide City